Alright, welcome back to Megaman X, and it is time to storm the castle. I haven't actually said much about it, but I really like the music of this game. Every single track in this game is just amazing, and brings me so much childhood nostalgia. I think I have such a soft spot for the Super Nintendo sound palette, too. And this song in particular really gives you that, like, intense vibe of that you're actually gonna start storming, you're like breaking in through Sigma's back door, basically, and storming his stronghold. I'm going to cheat this section just a little bit because it's scary. And I'm gonna charge up the rolling shield so I don't have to worry about the enemies that are gonna be swooping in at my head, like those guys. This section is absolutely terrifying, knowing that if you make one mistake, you're bound to fall in the bottomless pit. So I'm going to take it nice and slow and hopefully not get killed. Just wait for this to carry me back over. You can climb up that cliff, but it is not easy. And I don't care to do it. Just gonna kind of plow my way through this section. I've got body armor now, so I don't care too much about taking damage, and I love being able to just dash underneath these things. It's kind of a silly trick that I never realized you could do as a kid, but... Hey look, it's Vile again! I haven't seen him since, like, episode 1. Zero... I know you like to be the hero and all, but... it would probably work better if we took him on together? I'm just saying, 2 is usually better than 1. Nah, it's not a good sound, is it? Nope. See, Zero, this wouldn't have happened if you hadn't insisted on playing the big badass hero man. If you just let me help in the first place, you would probably not be in a cage right now. Yeah, unfortunately, even with all of our upgrades, Vile's armor is still too powerful and just too beastly to do anything with the X-Buster. So I'm just gonna hang over here by Zero. Jump around a bit. Play with him. Yeah, there's still nothing you can do. You can shoot him as many times as you want. No special weapons will affect him. The Hadouken won't even affect him, which is something else. But same as before, just don't walk directly into his face and he'll paralyze you, just like before. I am going to be trying to Hadouken as many of the bosses as possible, just because it's fun. And Zero, you really couldn't have done that before I got my ass handed to me. Like, you could have physically done that at any time. I love Zero, but he's not the smartest guy. Like, I absolutely love him as a character, and I guess him not being that bright, in a way, makes me love him more. Not that he's stupid, it's just he doesn't always think things through. He's definitely... spoilers, he's definitely a wily bot in that sense. I don't know how X did that, but I don't care. Because, yeah, Vile, I don't know where the energy came from either. I guess the power of friendship? Let's see if I can do this proper. Bye, Vile! He'll always jump over you at the very start, and then he'll come charging at you from the left. So that's thankfully he's pretty easy to Hadouken, as long as you know where he's gonna go. And Zero is a torso. Like, his entire legs are gone. And he's also bleeding. Of course your auto repair systems can't handle it, Zero. You're half of a body. If you didn't get, the Buster upgrade in Flame Mammoth stage, then Zero would give it to you at that point. They actually changed it a bit in, whoops. That was pretty clumsy, whatever. They changed it a bit in Maverick Hunter X so that the Buster upgrade that Zero gives you is actually different than the one you get from Flame Mammoth stage, which was a pretty nice touch. In this one, it's literally just the exact same upgrade. It's just Zero gives it to you instead of getting out of a capsule. but it's kind of too much of a pain in the ass to deal with the climb without the rolling shield, so I just get it early. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. So, of course, we have all the boss refights to contend with. I can't Hadouken this guy because I took too much damage, and I don't feel like wasting a sub-tank on him. I don't feel like going back to refill the sub-tank, because I am going to need those for the final boss. But no big deal. Boomer Quanger's still just as easy as he was before. I'm also going to be frequently making use of Chameleon Sting throughout the fortress. Just for, like, hallways like this one where there's a ton of stuff going on, there's a ton of med tools I don't want to deal with. So I'm just gonna avoid all of it. This boss is one of probably my least favorite boss in the game. They made him significantly slower and easier in Maverick Hunter X, but in this one he is so annoying to deal with. He's basically going to follow, anytime he hits one of these green things, he will go across it. So it's just a matter of trying to get your eyes to follow where he's gonna go. And of course, the more you damage him, the faster he gets. But like, there we go. When he does patterns like that, where there's like a whole bunch of them zigzagged, it's sometimes hard to tell where he's gonna eventually end up. Like that. He can also do this, which is really annoying. The baby spiders are incredibly annoying to deal with. As you can see, he's getting significantly faster each time. But this is going actually really well. That bad aim aside. I like patterns like that where it's really obvious he's going to end up in one of two spots, and if he would stop shooting baby spiders, that would make me very happy. Stop it. The baby spiders are very distracting. And his eye is open for less and less time with each point of damage. But that was fairly solid. I didn't have to use a sub-tank on him, and he never actually dropped down on my head. It was just the baby spiders I had to contend with. And that is one part of Sigma's Fortress down. We are now deep in the middle of it. Unlike the classic games, you actually do get kind of a break between each fortress level. It's not like Wily Castle where you're just like stuck. So you can go refill your sub-tanks, your weapon energy replenishes between each level. And this is actually where I'm going to make use of the homing torpedo to take out these bats. Otherwise, it's kind of annoying to deal with them on the floating platforms. That's probably the last time we're ever going to see the homing torpedo in the game. It's just not that good of a weapon. I am, however, going to be able to make use of the Hadouken here. I just have to be a little bit careful with Chill Penguin because he likes to start off with an attack that can actually block the Hadouken, which is really annoying. He likes to start off with that, and those ice blocks actually will stop your Hadouken, as will his slide move. There we go. I seem to be doing pretty good at firing off the Hadouken and not accidentally having a stray pellet shot. Oh, gotta be careful here. I don't want that guy to get in the right armor, because I want the right armor. Well, you know, jumping helps. It is kind of fun to punch the other right armors and watch them, like, fly backwards. I have the high ground! Fun fact, I've never actually watched more than an episode and a half of Star Wars. I mostly know the references because of my work. I'm going to use the Chameleon Sting to climb up this hallway and preserve my health, because I'm hoping to be able to get off a Hadouken on the next boss. And also, I just don't want to deal with any of the things that they're shooting. Storm Eagle can be a little tough to get the Hadouken off on because he's going to spend a lot of the time either in the air where I can't reach or trying to blow me off the edge. So I have to kind of get it a little bit close. Yeah, he's gonna fly away. That sucks. I'm just gonna use the Chameleon Sting. Ugh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna save the Chameleon Sting because I'm gonna need it for the boss of this stage. The final boss of this stage, rather. And the shame, I got hit by that dive. And missed several shots. Great. Well, now I have to take him on with the Buster anyway. His pattern is... None of the bosses have a new pattern or anything on their revisit fights. I said, I'm just trying to conserve Chameleon Sting energy because I am going to need it for the next boss. And he's so easy to take on with the Buster that I may as well. It's just going to take longer. Especially if he keeps doing that. There we go. Very good. Alright, moving on. The other reason I want to preserve my Chameleon Sting is... Stop that. Because I want to use it in this climb. Again, there's just a lot of really annoying enemies to deal with that I can just dodge out of the way. And then I'll already be on the right weapon for the boss. So this boss can be dangerous because there's going to be a spike pit in the middle of the room, which I don't think I mentioned it yet because I've avoided all the spikes, but spikes are, of course, one-hit kills in the Megaman universe. That will probably never change. But this guy's name is Rangda Bangda, which is a really strange, bizarre name that I don't like. And you have to destroy both eyes and the nose. The one thing that you do not want to do ever is kill the nose before you kill both eyes, because then the walls will move in permanently, and it'll suck a lot. He is being kind of a pain in the ass right now. Stop it. Stop it. I could probably get in like 2 more hits on the nose, but then I'm gonna stop until I've finished off this other eye. Actually, that's fine. You don't want to be, obviously, because the eyes are on the corners like that, you don't want to be fighting them while the walls are in like this. And the nose is fairly easy to take out, if you fire in the right direction. This guy is pretty much impossible. He's not impossible to Hadouken, he's just really difficult to Hadouken. I think you can probably get both the eyes if he uses one that actually flies towards you. But I don't think you can Hadouken the nose, ever. This guy is definitely much less of a problem than his X5 counterpart. But I think we're going to save the rest of Sigma's castle for next time. We've only got 2 stages left, and then that'll be the end of the game. So, yeah, we're gonna take on the rest of the bosses, hopefully not screw up all of the Hadoukens, and go face Sigma himself. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you soon.